Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we unpack the technologies shaping our world and really try to distill what matters for you.
That's the goal.
Today, we're zooming in on something pretty fundamental to modern security, the surveillance camera.
Right.
But, not just any camera. We're taking a close look at the Uniview IPC3614SR-ADF28KM-H. It's a 4-megapixel fixed 2.8 millimeter turret network camera.
It's a popular configuration.
Yeah, and it comes in around 279 USD, which feels like an interesting price point. Sort of bridges that gap between high-end features and accessibility.
It really does.
So our mission today is basically to figure out what makes a camera like this a smart choice. Not just a camera, but an intelligent piece of your security puzzle, and what these specs actually mean for, your safety and peace of mind.
And it's fascinating, actually, how much capability they pack into these things now. It's way beyond just hitting record.
Totally.
We're talking robust security, but also intelligent monitoring. We'll break down the tech specs, sure, but really connect them to how you'd actually use it.
Translate the jargon into real-world benefit.
Exactly. What does this mean for you?
And it's not just the camera in isolation anymore, is it? It's how these things fit into bigger systems. We'll even touch on companies like AlphaVision,
Oh, right.
who are using AI with this kind of tech, doing some really interesting stuff in construction and showing up at big events like GSX 2025. It's all connected.
It really is. Understanding the ecosystem is key. Hashtag now. High definition vision, day and night.
Okay, let's dive in. First things first. Image quality, clarity. Anyone who's dealt with old, grainy footage knows the pain.
Oh, yeah. Almost useless sometimes.
So this is a 4-megapixel camera. At that price point, what does 4MP actually get you? Is that kind of the new standard for usable footage?
That's a great question. And yeah, I'd say 4MP has definitely hit a sweet spot. This Uniview model gives you 2688 by 1520 pixels.
Okay.
And crucially, at 30 frames per second. Smooth video. It's powered by a 13-inch CMOS sensor.
But what does that mean practically, beyond the numbers?
Right. Practically, 4MP is often the difference between seeing a vague shape and actually recognizing a face, or reading a license plate from, reasonable distance.
Ah, okay. Enough detail for it to be genuinely useful later.
Exactly. Useful for looking back at events, and really important now, it provides clear enough data for AI analytics to work effectively, but without the huge storage burden of, say, 8K, which might be overkill anyway.
So good detail, but efficient.
Precisely. Accuracy without unnecessary overhead.
Okay, so daytime clarity is sorted. But here's where things often fall apart. Nighttime, when the lights go out.
The classic challenge.
How does this camera handle darkness? Are we talking usable footage or just blobs?
Well, this is where its tech really shines. It uses smart IR. Infrared, but clever.
Smart IR, how's that different?
It gives you clear night vision up to 30 meters, so nearly 100 feet. But the smart bit is key. It automatically adjusts the IR intensity.
Adjusts it how?
Based on how close things are. So if someone walks right up to the camera, older IR might blast their face with light, making it a white blob.
Right, I've seen that. Totally washed out.
Smart IR dials back the intensity as they get closer, so you get a balanced picture. You see features, not just glare, even in pitch black.
That makes a huge difference, actually seeing who it is.
Huge. And it doesn't stop there. It also has 120 dB True WDR wide dynamic range.
WDR, right. Heard of that. What's the benefit?
Okay, picture a scene with bright sunlight outside and deep shadows inside, like looking out from a shop door. Your eyes struggle, right?
Yeah, one area is too bright or the other is too dark.
Exactly. Cameras used to force that choice too. True WDR takes multiple pictures at different exposures really fast and combines them.
Ah, like HDR on a phone camera.
Sort of, yeah, but optimized for surveillance. It means you get detail in both the bright areas and the dark areas at the same time. Essential for high contrast scenes. It works alongside what they call Easy Start tech for better low light color too.
So balanced exposure everywhere, no detail lost.
That's the goal. Clear vision day and night, even in tricky lighting.
Okay, so the vision is fantastic. Day, night, tricky light, covered. But, a camera, especially outdoors, needs to be tough.
Absolutely crucial.
What happens when it faces, a blizzard or a heat wave? How rugged is this thing, really?
It's built for it. It has an IP67 rated metal housing.
IP67, that sounds familiar. What does it mean?
It's a standard rating. The 6.4 means it's completely dust tight. The 7.4 means it can handle being submerged in water up to a meter deep for about 30 minutes.
Wow, okay. So rain, dust storms, no problem.
Much, yeah. It's sealed tight. And the temperature range is really wide, too. -30 Celsius up to +60 C.
Which is what in Fahrenheit?
Let's see. That's about -22 Fahrenheit to a scorching 140 Fahrenheit.
Okay, so it'll work pretty much anywhere. That's some serious durability.
Yeah, it's designed to just keep working whatever the weather throws at it.
That's reassuring. But then comes the installation. That can be the real headache, right? All the wiring.
It often is, yeah. Especially with multiple cameras.
Does this model make that any easier?
It does, significantly. The key feature is PoE power over Ethernet. It supports the IEEE 802.3F standard.
PoE. I know that means less cabling, right?
Exactly. Power and data travel over the same single Ethernet cable.
Yeah.
It's a game changer for installation.
How so?
Well, you don't need to run separate power lines to every camera location. Just one network cable does both jobs. Cuts down complexity, installation time, cost.
Makes sense. Fewer points of failure, too, I guess.
Definitely. Much cleaner setup. It does still have a 12-volt DC input if you need it for older systems or specific needs, but PoE is usually the way to go.
Good to have options.
And it also comes with a 3-axis bracket, so you can mount it on a wall, ceiling, wherever, and still easily adjust it to point exactly where you need it.
Versatile positioning. Okay.
And if you think bigger picture, that combination of easy PoE install and rugged build, it means you can deploy these cameras faster, more cost-effectively, and know they'll last.
Right. Less hassle up front, less maintenance down the line.
Exactly. Makes advanced surveillance practical for, way more situations.
Oh,
from a small shop to a big open construction site.
All right, so we've got great eyes, day and night, and a really tough shell. Plus, it's relatively easy to install.
A solid foundation.
But modern cameras aren't just passive observers anymore, are they? You said intelligent monitoring. What does that actually involve? How does this camera think?
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting. It's got a whole suite of what they call smart detection features built in.
Like motion detection?
It has standard motion detection, yes.
Yeah.
But it goes way beyond that. It has intrusion detection and cross-line detection.
Okay. What's special about those?
The key thing is they can be set to specifically look for human bodies.
So it ignores, I don't know, trees swaying or a cat walking by.
Exactly. That's the big problem with basic motion detection. Tons of false alarms from irrelevant stuff. By focusing on human shapes, it drastically reduces that noise.
That would save a lot of wasted time checking alerts.
A huge amount. You're alerted to things that actually matter. It also has ultra-motion detection, which gives you finer control, and a tampering alarm.
Tampering? Like if someone tries to spray paint it or knock it off the wall?
Precisely. If someone tries to block the view, move it, disable it. It sends an alert immediately.
Clever. Any other senses?
It actually has a built-in microphone.
Oh, really? So it records audio, too?
It can, yes. And it supports audio detection. So you could potentially set it to alert on loud noises, specific sounds, adds another layer.
So it's got eyes and ears, and it's smart about filtering the information.
Pretty much. It's designed to focus your attention.
So bottom line for someone using it, this isn't just about fewer false alarms, right? It makes the whole security process more efficient. You respond to real events, not shadows.
Absolutely. That's the core idea. It turns that flood of raw video data into specific, actionable intelligence.
Actionable intelligence. I like that.
Instead of someone having to sit there watching hours of footage or getting pinged every 5 minutes by a flapping flag, the camera itself does the first pass. It says, hey, a person just crossed this line you cared about, or someone's messing with me.
So your security team, or even just you checking your phone, can focus on what genuinely needs attention.
Exactly. It enables a much more proactive and efficient security posture, using smart tech to optimize the human response. Hashtag tag, 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 Yeezy. Seamless connectivity and storage.
Okay, so the camera's out there. It's tough, it's smart, it's capturing really relevant data. How do we actually get that information? How do we see it, store it, manage it?
Good question. Because, access and integration are critical.
Right.
So for remote viewing, Uniview has their EasyView mobile app. Pretty standard, lets you check feeds on your phone or tablet.
Okay, convenient.
And for more detailed management on a computer, there's the Easy Station software. But what's really important for flexibility is ONVIF support.
That's about compatibility, isn't it?
Exactly. It supports ONVIF profiles S, G, and T. Basically, that means it speaks a common language that allows it to work with NVR's network video recorders and VMS video management software from many other manufacturers.
Ah, so you're not locked into just one brand for your whole system.
Precisely. You can mix and match components, integrate this camera into an existing system. It offers huge flexibility.
That's a big deal for installers and users. Okay, what about storing all this footage?
Several options there. It has a slot for a microSD card, and it supports cards up to 512 gigabytes.
Half a terabyte. That's a lot for local storage.
It is. Provides a good onboard backup. And speaking of backup, it has ANR automatic network replenishment.
ANR, what does that do?
Okay, say the network connection between the camera and your main recorder, your NVR, goes down for a bit.
Yeah, that happens.
With ANR, the camera keeps recording to its local SD card during the outage. Then, when the network comes back up, it automatically sends that stored footage over to the NVR to fill in the gap.
Oh, clever. So you don't lose any recordings just because the network hiccuped.
Exactly. It's a great failsafe. It also supports recording directly to NAS network-attached storage if you've got a larger centralized storage setup.
Lots of options. And what about file sizes? Video files can be huge.
They can, which is why compression is vital. This camera supports multiple formats. The standard H.264, the newer, more efficient H.265.
H.265 is much better for file size.
It's much better, yeah. And it also supports Ultra 265, which is Uniview's own enhanced version of H.265, plus MJPEG for specific needs.
So what's the benefit of these fancy compression formats?
Bottom line, they drastically reduce the amount of bandwidth needed to stream the video and the amount of storage space needed to keep it, all without significantly hurting the image quality.
So smoother remote viewing, especially on mobile, and you can store way more footage on your recorder or SD card.
Exactly. Lower running costs for bandwidth and storage, longer recording archives. It's really important.
Okay, listening to all this, the smart detection, the ONVIF compatibility, the flexible storage, the efficient compression, it really does paint a picture of this camera as like a building block, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It feels designed not just to work alone, but to be a key sensor plugged into a bigger security network.
That's exactly right. It's engineered for integration. Its intelligence at the edge, combined with its open standard support, means it fits seamlessly into small or very large systems. It gathers the data, filters it smartly, and makes it easy to use within a wider framework, built for scale and smart integration.
You know, speaking of plugging into bigger frameworks, we mentioned AlphaVision earlier. What's their story? How does a camera like this fit into what they're doing?
Yeah, AlphaVision is a really interesting example of where this technology is heading beyond just, catching burglars.
Right.
They were featured in Built Worlds, which is a publication focused on construction tech, for how they're using AI to basically transform construction sites.
AI in construction, how does that work with cameras?
Well, imagine putting cameras like this Uniview model all over a large construction project. AlphaVision's AI platform takes those video feeds.
Okay.
And it's not just looking for someone sneaking in at night, it's analyzing workflows or things happening efficiently. It's monitoring safety. Are workers wearing hard hats? Following procedures?
Wow, really real-time safety checks.
Yeah, tracking materials, spotting potential hazards before they cause accidents, even comparing progress against the project's schedule. The camera becomes this incredibly rich data source.
So the camera feeds the AI, and the AI provides operational insights, not just security alerts.
Precisely. It shows how these high-performance cameras are evolving into critical data platforms for business intelligence, for operational efficiency, for predictive analytics, especially when you pair them with powerful AI.
That really broadens the scope of what a security camera is for.
It does, and it's happening now. For anyone interested in seeing this kind of stuff up close, AlphaVision is actually going to be at GSX 2025.
GSX, that's a big security show, right?
Huge one. Yeah, it's in New Orleans this time, September 29th to October 1st, 2025. It's where you see all these cutting-edge integrations being showcased and discussed.
So it's really eye-opening then how companies like AlphaVision are taking these individual components, like this really capable Uniview camera, and weaving them into these much larger, smarter, data-driven systems.
Yeah.
It's shifting from just watching to actively managing and optimizing complex environments.
It's the logical next step. As the cameras get smarter and more affordable, the ways we can use them just keep expanding. Protecting assets is still key, of course, but enhancing operations, improving safety, predicting problems, it's blurring the lines between security and core business functions. Powerful stuff. Hashtag outro. So yeah, just to quickly recap the Uniview camera itself, we're looking at really solid specs, right? You've got that sharp 4-megapixel resolution, impressive night vision with the 30-meter smart IR, and that super durable IP67 metal block.
Works solid.
Plus, the easy installation thanks to PoE. And crucially, that whole suite of smart detection features the human detection, intrusion, cross-line that turn passive watching into, well, actionable intelligence.
Yeah.
It's built for today's challenges and tomorrow's smart systems.
Definitely. And, exploring this one camera, but also seeing the context with companies like AlphaVision,
Yeah.
it really gets you thinking, doesn't it?
Right.
As this tech gets smarter and more deeply knitted together with AI, how might these systems go beyond just observing and reacting? Could they start actively predicting things, maybe reshaping how our cities manage traffic flow, or how workplaces ensure safety almost automatically?
It's a fascinating question. Where does it lead?
Exactly, it's moving fast.
Mm.
Well, that's our deep dive for today. We hope you feel better informed, maybe a bit more curious about the intelligent eyes that are increasingly becoming part of our world. Thanks for joining us.